Hey, what it is? Yo, it's your man Doc G at the end of 2012, and I'm doing this video live and direct from Las Vegas. Look, if you don't believe me, look out the window. If I wish I could zoom in, but I'm at the MGM Grand right now. This is my room. Motherfucking shit costs an arm and a leg, but it's worth it. Chilling at the motherfucking MGM Grand. Got two motherfucking beds up in this bitch. Got the art. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Got the flat screen. Got the motherfucking. Got the brandy and the motherfucking Dr. Pepper. You know what it is. You know I had to get it popping with that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Got the motherfucking. Got the spacious ass bathroom. Bigger than some motherfuckers' rooms that I've been in. Just to let y'all know, if y'all wondering why I'm all dressed up and shit, it's because I just came from seeing a rendition of Frank Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe, and they did a wonderful show, by the way. And that's a picture of me and Marilyn Monroe. She white as fuck, but we chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just came from motherfucking seeing the live show with the Rat Pack and Marilyn Monroe and shit on some real big Las Vegas pimping shit, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn, you know I had to do it big with Frank Sinatra and all that because I'm on some grown man shit. And speaking of grown man shit, I'm about to do this video for y'all because today I officially turned 30 years old. And I'll drink to that because there have been times where I never thought that I'd make it to see 30. I have a lot to say about this subject, man. Some of y'all might give a fuck, some of y'all might not, but I don't care. This is my channel, and I'm about to speak my mind. Now, I've noticed a lot of change within myself between the age of 18 and right now at the age of 30. I noticed that in my 20s, I had something to prove. You know, I always, most young men are all fired up because they got something to prove to somebody. You know, most young men get into fights because they feel like they got something to prove to somebody. Most young men, act up because they got something to prove to somebody. Now that I'm turning 30 years old, I don't have shit to prove to anybody. That's how I feel. Like, stuff that used to piss me off when I was 18 don't piss me off now. Like, I used to get into a lot of fights and shit when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. But now I'm 30 years old, man. It takes a lot for me to get into a fight. Because at the age of 30, you smart enough to think about the consequences and repercussions of your actions, and you apply that. When you like 18, 19, 20 years old, you don't think about consequences and repercussions. You just do stupid shit because you gotta prove shit to people. And one thing I will say, everybody has a preconceived notion of where they would be at the age of 30. By the time, hell, when I was young, I thought that by the age of 30 I would have a wife, that I would have a high-paying job, and a house with the white picket fence and all that shit, the American dream. But sad to say, I don't have all of that. Now, I got some of those things, but I don't have all of those things. Like, for example, I don't have a wife. You know, anybody who's seen my videos, y'all know my feelings on that shit. You know, I mean, I thought I would have a wife by now, but I don't. I thought I would have kids by now, but I don't. And everybody keeps pushing me to have kids, but I don't give a fuck. If I have them, I have them. If I don't, I don't. You know, let's keep in mind that men aren't the ones with the biological clock. You know, I can have babies whenever the fuck I want. So having a wife, not having a wife, and not having kids by the age of 30, that doesn't really bother me so much anymore. I also thought I would have a high-paying job by now. Well, that's not happening. I'm making enough money to live, which is good enough for me for now. I mean, I'm in college. I think as a college student, making $3,000 a month, I think that's pretty fucking good for a fucking college student. You know, and people ask me, you know, why am I in college at the age of 30? Why am I just now in college at the age of 30? I get a lot of pressure about this shit from my family. I'm in college at the age of 30 because from the age of 18 through 25, I was back and forth in Iraq fighting war. So yeah, I had to start college late. So do I have my fucking bachelor's and my master's degree by the age of 30? No, because I was working and I was motherfucking trying to put food on the table when I was young. So yeah, I'm just now starting to do college at the age of 30. But I digress. Turning 30 is a moment to sit back and reflect on your life, man. You know? Turning 30, I will say this. I've done a lot of shit in my 20s. I've done a lot of shit in my 20s. And I've lived life to the fullest. You know, I've been to the best parties in the world, in some of the best locations in the world. I hooked up with some of the finest chicks. You know, I've lived it up. You know, now that I'm turning 30, I'm on some chill shit. I'm on some mellow shit. Now I party sometimes, but at this age, you really don't think about partying as much, man. You know, you chill that shit out. But you know, as I turn 30, it's like I sit back and reflect on my life and how it was and the shit that I need to change to become a better man. At the age of 30, I'm just now, I'm starting to develop new goals for myself in the future. You know? But I am doing a lot of stuff with my life right now that I'm kind of proud of at this age. Like, you know, I'm almost done with my degree. I'm starting to invest my money more, which was some shit that I didn't do when I was 20. Because just recently I started a Roth IRA account. I'm investing my fucking money. Now, when I was 20, I wasn't even thinking about investing my fucking money. But now I'm smart enough to know how that will work for me. And now I'm investing my money. So turning 30 is about adapting, overcoming, maturing, and not doing dumb shit. You know? Turning 30, society expects more from you. And you should expect more from yourself. I'm going to say this. If you act at the age of 30 the same way you acted at the age of 18, then something's wrong with you. If you haven't learned anything in your life between that 12-year gap of childhood to manhood, if you haven't learned anything and applied that shit to your life, then why the fuck are you even here? By this age, you ought to know who you are as a person, through and through. By this age, you ought to have core values that you stand by. By this age, you ought to know how to be a viable asset within society. So, all I'm saying is I appreciate all the viewers who are actually looking at this video, because those who are younger than me, guess what? One day you'll turn 30 and you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. One day you'll turn 30 and you'll look back at your 20s and your teens, and you'll look at yourself through retrospect and say, God damn, was that really me? And if you don't see that when you get older, then maybe you need to change. Because I know I've changed. And I'm trying to change more and more for the better each day. That's all I got to say. Happy birthday to me. Doc G out.